day, I suddenly realized my roommate had been secretly taking pictures of me. At first, I didn't think much of it, but the next day, when I wore a pretty dress, she asked for another selfie. She said she wanted to save my pictures as memories. The strange part was, this was the same girl who wouldn't even help me take out the trash. Now she was suddenly treating me like a sister. I had no idea what was going on, but I still sent her a picture. The moment she got it, my roommate screamed with excitement. That night, she went around showing everyone a necklace worth tens of thousands of yuan. I couldn't understand where a girl who could barely afford her tuition had gotten enough money for such an expensive necklace. That same day, my computer suddenly lost its connection. When I tried reconnecting it, I got a nasty electric shock. Then lines of text suddenly started appearing across the screen. That's when I finally understood what was happening. My roommate had been using my pictures to secretly date a wealthy businessman online. I suddenly remembered what happened 2 months earlier. She had suddenly decided to lose weight but couldn't stick to it for even 2 days. Then I caught her secretly eating fried chicken in the middle of the night. Seeing all her strange behavior, I finally put everything together. I decided it was time to teach my fake roommate a lesson. That very day, I lied that I was meeting a guy and left campus. Even on my way out, my roommate made fun of me. She had no idea that I had already seen through everything she was doing. By noon, I had found out the wealthy businessman's entire identity. He really was incredibly rich. Now I understood why my roommate was trying so hard to trap him. To teach her a lesson, I deliberately walked past him and pretended to accidentally bump into him. The moment we collided, he recognized me. He realized I was his online girlfriend, but I immediately pushed him away. Seeing that, he assumed I had only seen his pictures and didn't recognize him in person. He quickly offered to drive me home. I said, "No, sir. I just finished my part-time job nearby, and I need to get back to campus. It's already late. If I don't leave now, I'll miss the last bus." The moment he heard the university's name, he became even more convinced that I was his online girlfriend. But he had no idea that all of this was part of my plan. That night, when I returned to the dorm, my roommate was eagerly waiting for me. The moment I arrived, she started bragging about her latest success. She told me her boyfriend had just given her another 10,000 yuan. Then she started acting like some great financial advisor and asked me how she should spend all that money. But when she learned that I had come back empty-handed from meeting that guy, she immediately started laughing at me. She mocked me, saying, "See how good my boyfriend is. He's never stingy when it comes to giving me money." A friend tried to comfort me after seeing this, but I knew my roommate wouldn't be laughing for long. The next afternoon, the wealthy businessman came specifically to wait for me at the university gate. He claimed he happened to be passing by and offered to drop me off at my part-time job. On the way, he asked in surprise, "Why do you need a part-time job?" I immediately replied, "The allowance I get from home isn't much. I just work part-time so I can have some extra spending money." He was completely stunned. How was that possible? He had just sent me money yesterday. Had she actually saved all of it? Eventually, he dropped me off at the shop where I worked. But by then, something clearly didn't add up. The expensive necklace he'd bought for me wasn't on me, and I'd never admitted that I had received anything that expensive. Now he was starting to get suspicious. Subscribe to the channel for the next part.